send any message on Monday. Monday is the first working day. Everyone is busy. Everyone is pissed off. Don't send on Monday. For me as well, I don't have any sort of CA, CFA or FRM. वो जो fresher वाली category है उसके लिए HR बने नहीं है. Off campus में fresher वाली. There are.
Hi everyone, I'm Nishta and welcome back to the channel. Continuing the series of converting and reaching out for off-campus internships and placements, today we have Raghav Gupta here. Raghav is a student of SSCBS batch of 2023 and a senior of mine who has had various experiences at reaching out and converting, and he is here to share his insights with all of us today. Hi Raghav, how are you doing?
Hi Nishta, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, Raghav, would you like to, just briefly share your intro?
Definitely. Firstly, thanks a lot, Nishta, for this opportunity. You're doing something really incredible because this is something, which bridges the gap for a lot of students or a lot of juniors, etc. So, firstly, kudos to you for that. Thanks a lot for
Thank
inviting
you.
me. Secondly, hello everyone. Myself, Raghav Gupta, as mentioned earlier, I'm a passer of batch 2023. So, to just mention some of the things I've done previously is I've done sort of 4 to 5 internships in the field of core finance, catering to 2 boutique investment banks, then 2 equity research firms, and one of the big fives. All of them were converted off campus, none of them were on campus, and used used a lot of ways to reach out to people, seniors, etc., to convert those internships. Apart from it, for my job, I am joining Nomura in their equity research role in Mumbai office, which is the India front house office based out of Worli. So yeah, that's from my end for my introduction. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. That's a really great profile to, actually be sharing his insights. I am growing impatient to actually know how you converted all of that.
Now, I just made a very small PPT with respect to what the general process looks like, what is, revealing your presence as to how you reach out to people, how the entire success journey looked out for me, what are the key things to note. And the last is just the cold messaging snip as to, people always have this mind, all the students, ki message kya karna hai. So without wasting time, I'll just move on to the general process. So, after sitting for a lot of companies on campus, off campus, so the general process, which any company at very basic level, is the resume shortlisting, the aptitude tests, the assignments. Assignments are majorly in finance roles when we talk about investment banking, equity research, because they want to see your Excel skills, PPT skills, etc. Then group discussions, which can be on campus. Happens a lot on campus these days. Then is the first round of interview, which is honestly the make or break among all the participants. How you shine in terms of your technical knowledge is the first round of interview, be it consulting, be it marketing, be it finance, be it anything. First round, I just think for me, it's make or break. Then it's the second round of interview. If there are 3 rounds or 2 rounds, second round or the final round is always on the chill side because it's with the MD or with the HR, where they just want to know who you are as a person, how you tackle situations in the workplace, etc. And final is just, one of the other things to notice is the final selection. How on time you are to submit all of your documents, because sometimes I've seen people also, being neglected because they didn't submit all of the documents on time or their documents were not in line. Now moving on to the starting phase as to the exact, motive of the entire call is how you show 3 ways where you exist. For me, the 3 ways have always been majorly the cold emailing, the career page, and the LinkedIn. Now I've allotted the percentages, whereas to say LinkedIn, I have spent 70% of my time there. What does this time mean is exactly if I spend an hour or 40 minutes in a day, 70% of the time goes to LinkedIn, 10% to the career page, and 20% to the Gmail cold emailing. That is how my structure looked like. Firstly, when I talk about emailing, it's easy to send a professional message because the message remains same for LinkedIn or Gmail, but it's sometimes difficult to get the email ID. How you get the email IDs is probably if you have some software, as to say Apollo, etc., where you can, have professional IDs of through Premium, etc. The other method is to, when you go on a LinkedIn profile, there is this message of info on the profile. Info mein jaake you get, sometimes you get the email ID, sometimes you don't get the email ID. So email ID ka one of the best ways is to get that. The other method is, in a very typical notation, if I talk about Nomura, ki director Nomura ke ye hai, @nomura.com. It's the basic convention every company has for itself. Ki @company ka name.com, it works. It literally works. And if it doesn't work, you'll definitely get that message is not delivered. But you can try it this way. It 90% of the time works. Secondly, I just received this from a senior only. Use the same image as your profile photo on LinkedIn on email, on Google Meets, on Zoom calls, because that recall value is created. So use the same image. Thirdly, try with different subject lines. Don't play with the body. I've just figured this out for myself too. Body ka message remains constant because you need to send to a lot of people. Sometimes people say ki customize body ka message very well, but I just think ki if you are thoda sa bhi fit for the company, and if the guy is going through your resume, body doesn't matter to him because he has to see your resume, because resume is what matters, or cover letter or your portfolio. Message is just for the formality, and message ka body ka part remains the same. Subject line के साथ you can tinker. How you tinker with the subject line is connected with you on LinkedIn, comma, request for placement opportunity. Number 1. Number 2 could be sorry for taking your time. Just write some catchy line कि if the person is getting 50 to 60 emails, एक बार वो बस पढ़ ले आपका email के, आपने subject line भी उसने पढ़ ली, क्या पता वो open कर ले, and that is how just you increase the chances. वरना नहीं खोलना तो probably he won't open, and that's all just based on luck, etc. Second is the career page. I just feel it. Career page for some companies is very chaotic with respect to their entire layout, etc. For me, for some of the companies like big names, since last 1 year my application is under review. It doesn't take this much time to get reviewed, no, but I mean, yeah, that's how the career pages work, etc. So career pages could be a go-to place for some companies or some very typical roles, but in most of the cases career pages may not be a very good option. Finally, LinkedIn, really feel the main game lies here. Tweak your subject line and come to the point. I'll share the snippy exact message क्या होना चाहिए, but directly 3 पैराग्राफ लिखो, 3 लाइन के लिखो, but directly to the point बात करो. Last is spend at least 1 hour a day to message, research and execute, because honestly, sometimes what happens is, okay, for me as well, I don't have any sort of CA, CFA or FRM. All just I had with myself is probably a portfolio or some sort of financial knowledge. So you need to definitely spend some time. What does this 1 hour probably look like is, in a sense, ki, you need to just figure out ki ek to companies kaun si hai, because I just know a lot of people who don't even probably know कि ये company exist भी करती है. Apart from the bigger names in finance or consulting, जो सबको पता है कि if I talk about consulting, MBB, Carney, Alex, what else, Oliver Wyman, FSG, etc. ठीक है, ये सारे 10 names सबको पता है. These are the top 10 firms, but there are firms which exist in 11 to 20, 21 to 30. Figure out those firms. वो firms कैसे figure out होगी? किसी भी आप कंपनी में गए, McKinsey में गए, नीचे आते other firms of the same type. सारी फॉलो करते जाओ, सारी देखते जाओ. BCG में जाओ, ओलिवर वाइमैन में जाओ, FSG में जाओ. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ फर्म्स, बिकॉज़ 30 to 40 तो मेजर कंसल्टिंग फर्म्स है जिनके सबको नाम ही नहीं पता होता. जब आपको नाम ही नहीं पता, हाउ वुड यू रीच आउट टू पीपल देयर?
So when you're messaging someone, you should have a professional email ID. I guess people straight out of school do not have this insight कि their email IDs should contain their full name and it should look professional. We generally mail it from our college IDs, but not everyone would have them. I would suggest them to make a new email ID, and हर जगह, as Raghav said, कि make it consistent everywhere.
So, this was just about the entire success journey. I'll just cover it very briefly. Remember to send personalized request. Now, 3 dot पे जाके आपको personalized request का message आता है, where you get 300 text, 300 characters to type in. Use that very wisely. Second one, research well on the companies. People you should reach out to, जो मैंने previous slide में mention किया. Director, partner, etc. mention करो उस company का. ठीक है, role आपको exact नहीं पता अभी. Take proper follow-ups. ठीक है, तो a lot of personal experiences यहाँ तो took. I just remember one I had a chat with the director March 18, 2021. Today, and मैं भेजे जा रहा हूँ, follow-ups भेजे जा रहा हूँ. It was March 2023, तब भी reply नहीं आ रहा है. Okay, भाई, I have taken 18 follow-up, man. कुछ तो you can just reply to me, etc. But okay, that's part and parcel of the life. They may reply, they may not reply. And the funniest part is, होता क्या है, companies जो आप पे actually convert होती है ना, people एक बार में रिप्लाई कर देते हैं. You just send in your text resume. This happened with me in all the internships. मैंने बस एक टेक्स्ट भेजा, अपना रिज्यूमे भेजा, उनका सामने से आ चुका है रिप्लाई कि करना है तो हो जाएगा, but yeah, follow up is your task. Which you should do. The last point is, if you get a decent reply after follow-ups, other than I will see to it, ask for assignment सामने से. And last is, yeah, send in your previous models, case form PPTs, reports in very organized manner. आपका नाम लिखा होना चाहिए, किसके साथ किया था, ID can probably that could work out. So, yeah, Nishta, anything on this slide or something questions you have?
You mentioned LinkedIn Premium quite a few times, and I would like to inform कि we as students get LinkedIn Premium for free many times. LinkedIn has a program for students that actually gives premium based on college IDs. So you do not have to, actually pay. You can get different ways to access LinkedIn Premium. Yeah, that's what I wanted to add.
Yeah, thanks, Nishta. I mean, I really missed this point, so thanks for adding it. Next, I just have the message snips as to what probably could some messages look like. So, I mean, this is not something very stringent or very, you can obviously tweak it, but a normal message which worked out for me is don't frame very big messages, put them really small. Pro tips here, quick pro tips here. Don't send any message on Monday. Monday is the first working day. Everyone is busy. Everyone is pissed off. Don't send on Monday. Start Tuesday night से और Wednesday सुबह से literally Monday को don't send. I've seen people, I mean, shouting at me at times. Start from Tuesday night या Wednesday. Use weekends पूरी तरह से. Weekends पे people are free. I am just telling you the flow. Tuesday रात को I wrote the message. Wait for Wednesday, Thursday. Friday रात को type out your first follow-up. First follow-up में if you can let me know, reaching out to probably someone else. Just tweak the message. I've just shared the snips. कुछ भी you can tweak it according to yourself. And there's nothing like ये first follow-up ये second ये third ये जो आपको जो सही लगे जिस time पे just send it. Send first follow-up on Friday. रिप्लाई आते ठीक है नहीं. सेकंड फॉलोअप अगेन अगले ट्यूसडे को. थर्ड फॉलोअप फिर थर्सडे को. एंड अगला फॉलोअप संडे को. आई नो इट सीम्स वेरी इंटिमिडेटिंग बट यू नो व्हाट ग्रेजुअली हैपेंस इज ये आप किसी एक बंदे को नहीं भेज रहे हो. यू आर सेंडिंग द सेम टेक्स्ट टू 50-60 पीपल, राइट? तो चांसेस तो बढ़ते हैं. एंड समटाइम्स व्हाट हैपेंस इज कि कुछ चाहिए आपको तो ये करना पड़ेगा. इफ यू आर लुकिंग आउट फॉर प्लेसमेंट्स, आई विल टॉक अबाउट प्लेसमेंट्स थोड़ा सा कि अगस्त से प्लेसमेंट स्टार्ट होती है ऑन कैंपस. ज्वाइन आपको कंपनी में करनी है अगले साल जाके. But you can just start on texting people from September, October, क्योंकि you build on relationship with them. नहीं करेंगे वो रिप्लाई क्योंकि everybody would be like भाई तेरे को मई में ज्वाइन करनी है तो अप्रैल में रीच आउट करियो because that is the basic process everyone does. आपने मैसेज करा, leave it. Don't expect any reply. Go back to your time in January, February, March. Reach out to them again. That also creates a recall value and I swear it also works like magic because no हाँ इस बंदे ने एक बार रीच आउट किया, एक बार देख लेता हूँ, मैसेज पढ़ लेता हूँ. If you're a stranger to them, a newbie to them, तो बहुत ही मुश्किल है रिप्लाई मिलना. But you reach out to them in August, which was just a formality. It was a clear formality. आप थोड़ा और प्रॉपर मैसेज फ्रेम करो, अपना पोर्टफोलियो भेज दो, अपना रिज्यूमे भेज दो, एंड जस्ट वेट. आई मीन प्रोबेबली कुछ भी रिप्लाई आ सकता है, नहीं आ सकता है. तो या निश्चय, आई मीन दैट वाज ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड. एनी क्वेश्चंस, रिफ्लेक्शन, सजेशंस फॉर लंच और समथिंग, कुछ भी? या एंड आई एम रियली विलिंग टू hear on any questions from you, and thanks a lot, I mean, for everything.
Yeah, I feel this covers most of the questions that any fresher might have related to actually reaching out. Thank you so much, Raghav. I feel these tips would really help someone figuring out how to reach out to people, how to craft their message, how to customize subject lines, as you said, and give them a way for them to easily navigate the whole process, because would be a very good guide for anyone starting out. Thank you so much for actually sparing out your time and sharing these tips with everyone.
I mean, thanks a lot, Nishta. Firstly, I just had a great time. It was something first time for me. I mean, I've not done this before because जब time का ही पता ना चलेगी कब बीत जाए, so that is the time, I mean, you just find very fruitful, etc. And all the best to you too for your future endeavor.
Thank you.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's control.